So, we've all heard the stories, right? The dream of quitting your job, becoming a full-time creator, and living the YouTube life. But what really happens when you start from absolute zero? Well, today we are pulling back the curtain on that whole journey, using the real-world experiences of creators who documented every single step. This is the unfiltered reality. And this is the promise, isn't it? It's that magnetic pull that gets millions of us to hit record for the very first time. You know, the idea that with a good concept, a little bit of effort, you could be the next big thing. But that promise, well, it's about to slam headfirst into a very, very quiet reality. And there it is, your first view on your first video, that single glorious number. For just a second, you feel like the algorithm has blessed you, that someone, somewhere, actually found your masterpiece. But let's be honest, it was you, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably just checking if the darn thing uploaded correctly.
And that right there brings us to the first major phase of this whole journey, having to face that massive, massive gap between what you dreamed of and what really happens with your first video. This slide just captures that initial shock perfectly. I mean, on the left, you've got the expectation, this rocket ship of views and comments pouring in, but the reality, it's just silence. It's you hitting refresh over and over, staring at a dashboard with nothing on it. You quickly realize you're not just fighting for an audience, you're fighting that internal battle just to get anything out there at all. Okay, so you push through that initial silence. You did it. But what comes next is this dawning realization that the real work has only just begun. This is the unseen grind, the part that all those success stories just love to leave out. See, this isn't just about filming a video. No way. It's a full stack production process. Every single step you see here is its own skill set. You have to be a strategist, a writer, a video editor, a graphic designer, a data scientist, and you have to do all of it for every single video. It's a completely relentless cycle. And this right here highlights a huge misconception. A lot of people think starting a faceless channel is some kind of shortcut. It is absolutely not. Think about it. When you don't have a personality on screen to connect with people, every other element, the script, the voiceover, the visuals, has to work so much harder just to keep someone from clicking away. The effort isn't gone, it's just shifted. You know, the biggest takeaway from this early grind isn't really about the numbers at all. It's about a psychological win. Most people who dream about starting a YouTube channel, well, they never actually do it. So by just uploading those first few messy, awkward videos that literally nobody watches, you've already cleared the biggest hurdle. You're in the game. So after weeks of this intense grind with almost nothing to show for it, a really critical shift starts to happen. You stop asking, how can I work harder? And you start asking a much more important question. This is that moment of truth, isn't it? You see other channels taking off while yours is just sitting there. And it forces you to face the fact that pure effort by itself is not the answer. You realize there's some piece of this puzzle that you are completely missing. And the answer wasn't about spending more hours editing or making more complex graphics. Nope. It came down to one single fundamental concept that basically decides whether a video lives or dies on YouTube. The hook. It is everything. The creators we're following realized they were wasting so much time explaining what the video was about instead of just immediately pulling the viewer into a problem or a question or a story. Those first 15 seconds, that is where the entire battle for attention is won or lost. And this right here, this is the big strategic pivot. You shift from just being a content producer to becoming a student of audience psychology. You stop just uploading stuff and you start obsessing over viewer retention and watch time. You stop explaining and you start intriguing. This is the difference between working hard and working smart. So you've figured out the hook. Things are finally starting to click, views are up, subscribers are trickling in. You've made it, right? Ha, not exactly. Welcome to the next and maybe the most deceptive phase of the whole journey, the plateau. Yeah, even when you're seeing some success, that initial excitement starts to wear off, and the reality of the insane workload hits you like a truck. The creator Warren Sticks said that in his third week, right when things were starting to look up, he felt totally burnt out and was seriously wondering if any of this was even worth it. Now, for faceless channels, this phase is even tougher. There's no built-in loyalty to you as a person. Viewers aren't there for you. They're there for the specific thing that one video promises them. And that means you have to earn their trust from absolute scratch with every single upload. the pressure is immense. Here's the crazy part that nobody tells you. Getting some momentum doesn't actually make things easier. It often makes them harder. The stakes are way higher. A poorly chosen title or a weak hook can now completely kill a video you just spent 20 hours making. The workload actually goes up because now that you know what works, you have to deliver it consistently.
So after all the grinding, the breakthroughs and the plateaus, what does success actually look like for a brand new channel? Okay, let's look at the real, unfiltered numbers. These numbers really ground us back in reality. They're not those crazy, I got 10,000 subscribers in 30 days fantasies. Nope. After a solid month of intense effort, one creator gained 228 subscribers. After 5 months of uploading consistently, another one saw subscribers just trickling in. The key takeaway is pretty clear. Growth isn't some big explosion, it's a slow, fragile, compounding process.
And that's really the ultimate lesson here. Success on YouTube isn't a hack. It's not a shortcut. It's a long, winding path. It's about showing up, it's about learning, it's about adapting, and being willing to play the long game, especially when that initial excitement is long gone. This quote from the Faceless channel experiment just sums it all up perfectly. You can pour 100 hours of effort into a video, but if the hook is wrong or the thumbnail's boring, it just won't matter. The algorithm doesn't care about your effort. It rewards effectiveness.
So if you're thinking about starting a channel, this is the one question you have to ask yourself. This whole journey isn't about finding a secret shortcut or just hoping you get lucky with a viral hit. It's about the deliberate, often painfully slow process of getting good. So, are you willing to do that? Because that is the unfiltered reality.